Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and let's take a look at some small games at this point. So there's a lot of games that come out every year, and I want to talk about the best small games from 2025 because there's a lot of, small games are super fun and we love them. But when we talk about the best games of the year, they just sometimes don't reach those heights. But at the same time, there's some of the most played games that come out over the course of a year. So let's take a look at my favorite 10 small games from 2025. We're going to start with Tornado Splash. This is from Arclight Games. Moyuki Adisawa is a designer of this. And this is, if you like power boats or speedboat racing, this does such a fun job doing that. All you're doing in this game is you're racing your boat around a track. But the way you're doing that is you're placing these card templates, sort of like X-Wing and other games like that. But as you place them, you're moving your boat in front of them, so it leaves a wake, and you can actually see the path as you curve around and try to avoid the other boats. That's some pretty fun racing. The visual effect is really good. It feels like a race game. It feels quick. It doesn't feel very slow. And it's a small thing. You set up whatever racetrack you want, and then you pick the different racers who are all slightly asymmetrical and go around the track. I really like it. Tornado Splash. Number 9 is Uninvited Guests at a Wedding. This game from Mosaic Games from Falcon Pulapalli from India. I talked to the designer about how often people will just crash weddings there for the food. And that's what you're doing in this game. And everyone has to figure out who is who in this game. You're playing cards in front of you, trying to score points by playing cards that have you in them. You can play cards without you in them, these photographs that are being snapped at the wedding. And people are trying to put together who is in what picture, who played what card. Wait a minute, I think this is you. You shouldn't be at the wedding. It's time to get hit with a slipper. You better run. It's a short game. It's a silly little game. It's a fun theme. It can entertain quite a few players. So I like it. I like the idea, the whole concept, a lot of fun. Uninvited Guests at a Wedding. Number 8 is Panda Spin. This is from Moongate Design. Carl Chuddick did this. This is a card shedding game where you're trying to get rid of cards in your hand. But all the cards, which by the way are beautifully illustrated, you are going to be discarding them, but they all have to be a certain direction. And the reason why is when I play 2 8s and you play 2 9s, I will pick those 8s, put them back in my hand, but if they are on the white side, I will then rotate them to the other side, which are even better cards. They have special powers. They have more than one number on them, making it easier to play 3 or 4 of the same card. It's really cool. So you're glad when someone beats you, so you can get better cards, but you still have to be careful because if you concentrate too much on just getting better cards, you won't actually go out at the end of the round and get rid of all the cards from your hand. There are a lot of games where you get rid of cards from your hands. This is easily the nicest looking one of them and offers a lot of fun choices in it. That's Panda Spin. Then we have Fearless. This is from Friedman Fries and published from 2F Spiel. And this is another game where you are trying to balance everything that you have. It's a trick-taking game where there are 4 suits. There's no trump involved with the game, but the cards go from +6 to -6. The highest card wins a trick, but the problem is you are trying to just balance yourself out. You don't want to be at 0 at the end of the game, because if you're 0, you get shot up to 15, but you also don't want to get 13 points. So I want to win tricks with a 6 and then get a -5, so I'm down to 1. And that's a simple concept. This is not a game that looks that amazing, but it plays very simply, and I like the positive and negative point aspect of it. It's a nice spin on a trick-taking game. Fearless. Then we have A Carnivore Did It. A Carnivore Did It is a game, it's a logic game in which players are going to be accusing each other. Not accusing each other. You're accusing these different animals out there. Well, they're accusing each other. You're not accusing at all, because this is a logic game. There's a logic puzzle placed in front of you, and you have to solve it, because the peacock will say a carnivore did it, and the lion will say someone under 5'6" did it, and the next animal will say the peacock is lying. Here's the deal. You just have to solve it to figure out it. The puzzle will tell you how many people, tells you what statement each of them makes, and then how many of them are lying, and you figure out who did it. That seems simple enough. There are 2,000 cases in this box. Lots of times it works well with a group, but it also is fun to play solo on your own. A Carnivore Did It. Next, we have Faust versus Mephisto. I have not played the previous games from designer Javier Gonzalez Cava. from Mandu Games. But this two-player trick-taking game I found to be really fascinating. You're going back and forth, and one player is trying to go through all 4 domains, but the other player is trying to take all or none of the cards in a suit. So they want someone to take all the cards, everything, all of one color. But you each have a coin that you can then take to make your opponent force them to play a specific card. And this game hurts my brain. It's so weird. It's so unusual. But it also is fulfilling. I want to play it over and over again. I want to try to win both as Faust or Mephisto because they both play differently. One person's trying to make someone take all of one color or none of one color, and the other person is trying to spread it out more evenly. That back and forth, mixed with a slightly interesting theme. I mean, it's a trick-taking game, but overall, I really enjoy it. Number 4 is Waddle. Waddle, Waddle, Waddle. This is from All Play, designed by Corne van Moorsel. And this is a simple game in which you're placing penguins out. And what I like about this game is, first of all, there's this silly little marble rolling down where you take the marble and that decides who goes next. And it's great. You're just going to want to play with this little tiny marble ramp all day long. But the actual placing the penguins down, you want to be next to spots where you get fish, but you also want groups of your penguins, a waddle, out there. And this is a game that feels a lot more than the sum of its parts in a very small, condensed box, as most of All Play games are. It would be weird for All Play, frankly, to not have a game on this list because they have so many cool ones, but this was one of my favorite ones they did. It's a remake of an older game called Gypsy King. The penguin theme is obviously much more enjoyable. Waddle, a lot of fun, my number 4. Number 3 is a tiny game called King and Peasant. This is designed by Poonjan, published by N. Pips Games. Very small game. One player plays the king, the other person plays the peasants. The peasants are trying to have a revolt. The king is simply trying to run the game out before that revolt happens. This is a very, very extended rock, paper, scissors, because the peasant will play a card here, and the king goes, I'm pretty sure that is the assassin trying to take out the king. Maybe it's the duplicate. I don't know. Wait a minute. But I know that. And there's a lot of that in this game. All the cards have different special abilities. They're very small. They each play very differently. I was stressed out as the king trying to figure out who's going to assassinate me. As the peasant, I was stressed out because the king is constantly drawing cards. When the deck runs out, if I haven't done anything, the game is over. So it's a lot of fun back and forth. This is kind of a wallet game. I think there's only 18 cards in it. Small back and forth 2-player game, but very enjoyable. Number 2 for me is Duel for Cardia, another 2-player game, a lot of those here. Hans im Glück did this one originally, and designer Fazio Boghita and Mateo Riviera. This is such an amazing back and forth game where you only have so many cards in this game, a set of 16 cards, and then there's different sets, so you can mix and match between 2 different sets. But we're both playing a card down, and I'm trying to win the battle, have the higher number. The problem is the lower number gets an ability. It reminds me of an older game called Raptor, which I like a lot. But this one, I'm just sitting there thinking, what do you have in your hand? Because you don't have all your cards. You only have a few of them at a time. But which card are you going to play here? How can I outbid you? Can I use this card to kind of almost win me the game? But it's such a tricky maneuver. And it's fast. It's quick. I like how the game looks. A lot of fun, except for the name, Duel for Cardia. What is that all about? But anyway, a very cool game, Duel for Cardia. And then finally, Insurrection. Insurrection here from designer Torre Ness and the publisher La Boute de Jeu. This is a game in which it's very similar to another game called Magic or Fantasy Realms. And in this game, you are trying to collect cards. You have some cards in your hand, and each turn, everyone's going to play a card face down, reveal it. That card has a number at the top. Highest number puts their card in the middle, face up, with another group of cards, and then takes a different card back in their hand. At the end of the game, you score the points for the cards in your hand. Some of the cards you put out have a few minor special abilities. That's it. So you're trying to collect the right cards to give you the most points. Some will give points based off of other cards. But each of the cards has evil symbols on them, and if there's ever 10 evil symbols out, then the bad guys win immediately. And when the bad guys win, that changes the value of the cards in your hand. I might have a card that's 9, a dragon card that's 9 when the good guys win, which is after 6 rounds. Or if the bad guys win, it's worth 0. Or a goblin that's worth 4, but if the bad guys win, it's worth 7. So you have to try to figure out which cards to take, but if I take more bad guy cards into my hand, then I'm also taking more evil symbols off the table, so evil probably won't win at that point. So you have that give and take, that flow. It plays very quickly. It's fun artwork. The whole thing is just a really cool game, and it's my favorite small game that came out in 2025. So there you go, my 10 favorite small games that came out this past year. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our channel. We have a lot of videos on our channel. We have live videos that go up each week, from live Q&As to videos where we take a look at the newest stuff on Kickstarter, crowd surfing, to top 10 lists and more. There's lots of stuff on this channel. We encourage you to explore it. You can find out more at our website, dicetower.com. I'm Tom Vasel. Thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower.